The kids were caught in the middle of their fights.
I'm not even responsible enough to be available for my children's needs.
It was like a train wreck, watching someone go on that path.
It was a very dark time and very toxic.
I'm not sure how I created such chaos and wound up in that headspace.
Charlie Sheen was a toxic husband to Denise Richards.
It's important for the kids. It's not their fault to, deal with parents who are mudslinging and fighting and can't be in the same room.
No, you have to do that for the children, because otherwise they start absorbing it as their own fault, their own blame.
How did their toxic marriage affect their children?
I had a lot of guilt splitting up our family. I was a mom protecting my children.
I got 5 kids, 3 granddaughters, I got responsibilities everywhere.
I am struggling with parenting right now with my teenagers.
Charlie Sheen was not always the rebel we know today.
He was amazing. He was so humbled and sweet and charming and funny and had such a great heart and very honest, and we just had a very deep connection.
Denise and Charlie share 2 beautiful daughters. Sam, 16, and Lola, who is 15.
When I got pregnant with Lola, things started to change rapidly. It was a very dark time and very toxic, and I filed for divorce when I was 6 months pregnant with her.
Charlie started to spiral completely out of control.
Some of it is very surreal. To this day, I'm not sure how I created such chaos and wound up in that headspace. I was like, wow, I'm not even responsible enough to be available for my children's needs.
Denise was crushed to see him in such a terrible state.
Privately, it was hard for me to see him, for the public to see him spiraling. It was like a train wreck, watching someone go on that path. At first, people thought it was funny, and then they saw that the direction it was going, and it wasn't funny, and it made me sad to see him be in that situation.
Finally, she was forced to choose her husband or her children.
I was very vulnerable. I had 2 babies, and I just wanted to know that I did everything I could to make the marriage and the family unit work. I had a lot of guilt splitting up our family. I was a mom protecting my children.
Their bitter divorce battle almost broke Denise.
When I was going through my divorce, it was so public, I could not get a job. I couldn't even get a meeting with people, and I could not understand why my personal life would affect my career. And that was one of the hardest things for me to accept.
And what did she tell her children about their dad?
I'm not out to trash my ex-husband. That doesn't help anyone.
I always did whatever I could to hide Charlie's behavior. How do you tell kids what's really going on? I would say, Dad had to go to work, but he loves you so much. He wants to be here for you girls.
It was for his kids that Charlie knew he had to change.
It's important for the kids. It's not their fault to, deal with parents who are mudslinging and fighting and can't be in the same room. I just don't think that's healthy for anyone.
Yeah, and you can see it immediately just in their happiness when mom and dad are actually getting together.
Charlie could not let his toxicity affect his girls.
You have to do that for the children. There's no other way to do it, because otherwise they start absorbing it as their own fault, their own blame, and then everything goes to hell.
The former couple had to put their differences aside.
We had a lot of great talks, and it kind of just evolved. So I think when he was able to come over and have dinners and see the girls laughing and seeing us be kind to each other, then it just evolved into him coming over more often, us going there.
For their kids, Denise and Charlie learned to forgive.
We actually enjoy being around each other. We have fun, and we're not faking it in front of the kids, but it's genuine, and there's a respect there. He knows I don't judge him, and he knows that I will be there for him no matter what, and vice versa.
And today, they have nothing but respect for each other.
She's awesome and a great mom. We're just such better friends now than we ever were married. I don't know if I want to screw all that up again.
We'll always have a bond with our daughters, and I wish nothing but the best for him. Today, we're good.
Who do you think must always come first in a marriage? The children or the husband and wife?